That's a really good question. And honestly, it's something that I've been sitting with for a while. People have asked me, Heather, where did you go? Why did things go so quiet? The truth, I just needed to take a step back. I needed space to let the things that I've been sharing actually sink in for myself. I talk about this work all the time, but it only matters if I'm still living it. And continually, life reminds me that I'm still learning, still integrating, a perpetual student. There's this idea in German New Medicine about a biological conflict. This is a moment when something hits you out of nowhere. Before your brain can even process it, your body reacts. You feel it in your gut, your chest, your skin, then your mind scrambles to catch up. And sometimes when that happens, it's not the moment to create or teach or keep pushing. It's a moment to stop, to let everything settle. When I first started sharing here, I was still figuring out how to talk about this work, still learning how to translate the depths of G&M into words that actually connect. And if I'm honest, I'm still figuring that out. I don't have it all buttoned up, not even close. But I do feel more grounded, more lived in, still practicing everything I talk about. So don't hear any of this like I've got it mastered, because I don't. The difference now is in how I listen. In the beginning, I leaned hard on scripts, tech, editing, anything to help me say things clearly. And that was helpful. It gave me structure and it helped me find my voice. I still use tools like that. And now they're here to support what I've experienced. G&M keeps reshaping how I see everything: my body, my symptoms, my life. Healing's not about trying to fix what's wrong with you. It's about getting to know what's really going on underneath. It's about actually tuning in to your body, your patterns, the stuff you usually tune out. That's what this space is for. I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm here to make space for all of it: the science, the soul, the stuff we can't even explain. Hi, I'm Heather Headley. I'm a registered nurse, Reiki Master, and intuitive life coach. And this is Look Within, where science, spirit, and self awareness meet. I study German New Medicine, or GNM, which I consider a biological roadmap for understanding what's really going on when your body shows symptoms. The whole point of GNM is that symptoms don't just show up out of nowhere. There's a reason behind them. It's not a mistake, it's communication. You just haven't learned the language yet. It's how your body tries to help when something emotional hits and your system doesn't know what to do with it. The guy who developed GNM, Dr. Ryke Geerd Hamer, called these moments Dirk Hamer syndromes. These are real life moments where something caught us off guard, where we felt scared, alone, unprepared. And the body, doing what it does, tried to protect us. GNM lays this out in two phases: the conflict active phase, when the body kicks into gear to help you cope. Then, once the conflict starts to resolve, the healing phase begins. And here's the wild part: most symptoms don't show up in the conflict phase. They show up after, when your body finally feels safe enough to process what it's been holding on to. It might feel like you're falling apart, but what's really happening is your body's finally getting the chance to heal. That shift in perspective changed everything for me. It lined up with something that I'd always sensed deep down. The body isn't working against us. We don't need to be fighting our bodies, and our bodies certainly don't attack themselves, despite what we've been told in conventional medicine. Our bodies are doing what is best for us. We just need to be willing to listen and support them through healing. People sometimes ask how I reconcile traditional medicine with GNM. I don't try to. They are two totally different sports. They offer two very different ways of describing what the body's going through. One speaks in charts and scans, the other speaks in stories and meaning. And when you stop trying to force one to prove the other, you actually get a more complete picture of what healing is: coming back to yourself. That's what this space is meant to be: a kind of bridge, a place where you don't have to pick between being rational or intuitive. You can be both, or neither. You can be messy and curious and still belong here. That's also how the Look Within method came together. It follows the same rhythm that GNM outlines in 3 stages. In the first step, reveal, we look at what's underneath the symptom, not to judge it, not to blame it, just to see what's actually there. In the second step, regulate, we work with the nervous system, helping the body remember that it's safe to heal. And in the final step, recalibrate, we start to integrate what you have revealed is underneath the symptoms and how to begin to regulate your own nervous system. And learn that you are in control of your nervous system and not the other way around. And from there, your system starts to shift. Your timing changes. Your boundaries hold. You stop chasing alignment and you start living it. That rhythm runs through everything I share here in the videos, the conversations, even how I show up day to day. In this next series, we'll take a closer look at specific conditions through the GNM lens. Those that you requested will be first on the list. We'll start with alopecia, how feelings of separation or loss can show up through the skin and hair, and what it looks like when that conflict begins to resolve. Then we'll look at others like lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, sojourns, migraines, and so on, each one with its very own emotional imprint. You will finally start hearing what your body's been trying to tell you. If something in here resonates, I'd love for you to subscribe. This work grows stronger when we do it together. And honestly, I'd love to hear what's landing for you. Your questions and stories shape what happens next. There are some foundational videos linked below, like the 5 biological laws and the healing phase, plus a self-healing workbook if you want to start mapping your own patterns. You don't have to have it all figured out. Lord knows I don't. But you can be honest with yourself and give your healing the time it needs. Thank you for being here.